I am here to make a homeschool video on my 10-year-old son. He has epilepsy, ADHD, and autism, and this is the most we've done all week. I've been working really hard and getting him to do more than an hour a week, and he actually did the whole pile I set up, which has been not the case. He's only wanted to do an hour, and he has to have breaks. So this is exciting. So we did this one for reading aid, lesson 106. We get to lesson 120. That lesson will move us into Reading Aid Express year 1. Now we're really slow. We're going at his own pace. And he doesn't want to draw pictures. I let him scribble, and we just talk about the words. We did some flash phonics here on Peak 6. We did the first 2 lessons online, and then we did these 2 worksheets. We did this one and this one. Phonics worksheet, writing worksheet. And sometimes they're not the same letter, but when they are, it's pretty cool. We did reading, the big book of reading from School Zone. We like School Zone more than Brain Quest, but we still love it. But I love Brain Quest. My son loves School Zone more than Brain Quest. But either way, it's really fun. And we did these 2 pages. We did a word search and Tracy. We are barely into this book. We got it like last year. We barely done it. It's just extra practice. So we have to do it every day. So it's going to take a while to finish this, but it goes up to 2nd grade. So I don't really care when we finish it. We're currently working on the big book of spelling. This is just extra spelling practice because there is spelling and reading aids. But I did want some extra practice in spelling. And we did this page today. And we're about this far in. We've been doing it for over a year now. And it goes to 3rd grade, so I don't care when we finish it. We did the big book of math from School Zone. And this one, we're just going to take our sweet time with it. Because what I do is I block off a section, and he does just that section every day. Just that section when we do this math book. We don't do this math book every day, but when we do, he block off the section, and we move on. Because doing a whole page, with a lot of problems like let me find one that had like a lot of problems. Like this was overwhelming to him. So we just break it up. I just break it up, and then whenever we finish it. And this, we will finish it either 2nd grade or 3rd grade or 4th grade. I don't really care. It's just extra practice. We're working on Curious George kindergarten. I hope to be in 1st grade next year. Next year. Because I only go to 1st grade, preschool, kindergarten, 1st grade, and I just want to get the extra practice in. And he loves Curious George, and if he's having a hard time learning, tell him, hey, you can do your favorite Curious George workbook. Gives him motivation to do it. And what you do is you read a story, and then you do activities around that story. So, like, it will teach you like math, whatever. It'll have things about the story and the problems you're working. We did the kindergarten. We're just finishing this up. We didn't finish it up last year, so we're just finishing up. And we did oval and a rhombus. We're just finishing it up. I have the 1st grade and the 3rd grade and the 2nd grade. So once you finish this, we will probably move on to the 1st grade. We are working on reading aids. Actually, wait. We didn't do any reading aids in this book. Oops. We did the printable worksheet from the website first, and then we did the workbook. But here's an example of what it will look like when we do the workbook. Forgot, we didn't do that one, because I switch off. I'm doing the pages online, and I'm doing them here. And this one we are working on, okay. This is Math 1. And we are working on the review. There's 4 pages of review, 1 page 2, and we did it. To make sure he knows everything to do with Math 1 before we move on to Math 2. And we're excited to move on to 2nd grade math. We did Science 1. We don't do this every day, we've just been slowly doing it. We are currently on, here we are. I think that's it. We are currently here. Unscramble the words. we are doing this one. We're not that far. We only have a lot left. We have that much left, and we did that. Pretty cool. And then we're just puffing along through here. This is very dry and boring. We did this page about Kathleen Johnson, and we did one about going into space. Very dry. We're about that far in. When we finish this, we will move on to first grade. We have to do more first grade self-study. We've done some, and we will move on to first grade geography. So we're just trying to get self-study ingrained into him because it's part of the standardized test. Well, it's not working. He kind of guesses at the standardized test. Because he finds it boring. Anyway, that is everything we did on Thursday. We did really well on Thursday. Let's see what we do today after we go shopping to buy a new Keurig today or tomorrow. We haven't decided what day yet. I don't know what day we're going to go. But, you know, bye. I'll show you pictures of my new Keurig.